And you're going live.
Yeah, oh, we're live. Oh, we're live. We're ready to go. Fix the screen. That's good right there. Yep, that'll work.
All right. Thank you for showing up, all of you out there that have subscribed and joined us live. We decided to go ahead and just start doing it live. We're going live. Fuck it, we'll go live.
I like it live because we're more on the topics. You know, it's more when the topics happen, we can talk about them.
You mean that the news won't come out a week after it happened?
Well, and sometimes possibly 2 weeks.
Yeah, sometimes, depending on how editing looks.
You don't know what you just tuned into. This is the Astro Boys. I am the Casey Walt. Over here on my left is Joe Hooters, and over here on my right is the original T.I., and we are the Astro Boys. And yes, we too have been sentenced to 17 and a half years in prison for awesomeness, not for bank robberies. You guys know where that came
Talking
from?
about Hunter Biden?
No, we're talking about the Chipaholic.
Well, no, because he got he could face up to 17 years. I was like,
He
oh,
got
it's
17.
interesting. Oh, yes,
got-
yeah. So I thought you was throwing in a political joke to start the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a sports show, my friend, a sports show. So the Chiefsaholic, if you guys don't remember him, I'm sure you guys do. He was the Wolfman, the Chiefs fan that would travel the country and everywhere else. Hey, Nisa. Hey, Darkness.
Oh, she's on.
And he would, after the games or before the games, whenever the bank hours are open, he would go in his costume, his wolf costume, and rob the bank and say bags, and then they would hand over the money. And then in his infinite wisdom, he decided to wear the same outfit, as he cheered on the Chiefs.
Do you know? Did you watch
Blend
the
in
documentary?
with the crowd.
I have not yet. Did you?
I did.
What do you think?
And it was pretty good. Actually, there was some of the money he stole. He actually made a legit bet. It was something about the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. But he had bet it way earlier, and he won like 100,000.
Yeah.
So this was like when he was on house arrest. Like, had caught him when he was on house arrest. So like when he got paid out that 100,000, that's when he disappeared again.
On the run again, huh?
Yeah, on the run.
So
again.
did they catch him or?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's a
I
done
did
deal
not
now.
watch the documentary.
He's
What?
he got
Of course they
sentenced-
caught him. I just got to tell you in the intro that he's going to serve 17 and a half years.
Oh, remember I thought you was talking about Hunter Biden.
Oh.
Yeah, but then we corrected
I
you.
did see Hunter Biden said he was going to take a deal, but
I thought that was the deal. No, I think they said he faces up to 17 years. We don't know. We'll see.
that's on Hunter Biden.
He'll-
but
he'll-
no,
he'll do house
Chiefsaholic
arrest.
actually did get 17 and a half years. And I think that's not too bad for robbing 11 banks.
Did you see how much he got for each bank? I think he robbed like 4 banks or something.
It was 11.
5, maybe
11.
11.
I think it was a total, or maybe he was just. It was 11 banks that they thought he did. Maybe they proved that it was like 4 or 5.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I saw it wrong. It was almost like $1 million. It was like 250,000 here, a few thousand there, but he cleaned up pretty good. And 17 and a half years though, man, you think that would be worth it though?
No.
No.
Well, he grew up
17 and
homeless.
a half.
Like his parents were homeless.
Yeah, that's what the defense said. He's like boo hoo hoo. And
Well, now that you mentioned that, sure, it was worth it.
Yeah, well, he has a house for the next 17 years, huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
No, never worth it. Not even if you get a couple years only.
But as a Chiefs fan, now he's going to spend the next 17 and a half years next to a bunch of Raiders fans. Ew!
Was he
Not that one.
was he sentenced in California? Because I know he was a couple different states. Was it federal, by state? What was the? Did you catch that?
It had to be federal because he robbed
Yeah.
banks at different states. Yeah. And actually, it turns federal.
FBI got involved.
Yeah, once you rob a bank, man, it's no longer local jurisdiction. It goes federally.
Good thing it didn't happen in your jurisdiction, huh, Waltz?
I would have fucking. You wouldn't even know who Chiefsaholic was.
'Cause you would've let him go?
Nailed it back.
No, he never would have heard of the guy.
Excuse me, Mr. Wolfman. Do you know anything about this
He would have
bank robbery?
stopped. He would have stopped
Sorry
him
about
before
that,
it got
sir.
started.
On your way there, young man. On your way then. So, yeah. Well, anyway, so last night, what are we on Friday? Last night was the home opener, and it was the home opener of the entire NFL season
I think they
on
call
a
that the
Thursday
season opener.
night. They called that the season opener. Thank you for the Sprite, apparently. And he said you guys need to stock up on Sprite and shit. I don't know. Somebody around here works for a Coca-Cola company, and we should have a little bit more Sprite or Diet Sprite or Sprite Zero. And so some of us attended it, some of us watched it from home. But the Chiefs, did you hear this? Did you guys hear this? The Chiefs played last night. The Chiefs played against the Ravens last night. Joe, you went, right?
I
went, and right off the bat, and then you watched it from home, right?
I watched it from home.
Okay, so we're gonna get different perspectives. All right, Joe, you started off. What do you think?
I thought the crowd was pretty fired up, which is expected since it was a home opener, season opener, all that stuff.
Sorry about that.
No problem. But I thought the crowd was fired up. It was a great time as always. As far as the game, I feel like we controlled a lot of that game, and we gave Baltimore some opportunities to be where they were at the end of the game. But how do you feel about that? Do you think was in control most of the game? We just kind of was giving them, because we had a couple of drop passes.
So I was
was a big deal.
Okay. 5, what was it? 5 drop passes? Okay, I counted them. It was Juju Smith-Schuster. It was P. Ryan. That's why you even came in. That one's a little overheated. Isaiah
Travis
Pacheco
had one. Pacheco had one.
Pacheco had
he had a heater.
He had some heat on that one.
Yeah, but still, it was in his hands. And then Travis Kelce dropped one. That was 4, right? I think it was only 4, but 4. That's 4.
Perhaps
drops, man. And this is what killed me all last year of having Patrick Mahomes as my fantasy football quarterback, and I have him 2 out of 3 this time around. It's those drop passes. I was a little worried about that, but the defense actually stepped up. They did very well. But did you notice that if Lamar Jackson would have played a better game, I think we would have lost, because did you see how many times his players were wide open and he would overthrow them, underthrow them?
He had some bad misses, but also he was the reason why they're in the game.
Yeah. So I'll say this. So even if he makes those passes, right, every time they came down and did something, they scored, we came right back and scored. So I don't buy the narrative that had he made some more of those plays that we lose the game to them, right? Because outside, and I want to touch on a stat that you threw out there. So Patrick Mahomes was 20 for 28 in this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson was 26 for 41, I believe.
Dang.
And if you take into account the 4 drop passes, right, Patrick Mahomes could have been 24 for 28. So I'm not buying that. He thought he was a running back in the second half. He ran the ball, I think 17 times during the game.
It was 16
and
times.
So I just no. Until he could prove that. And here's the thing, right? He missed those passes, but that's who Lamar Jackson is. That's who he is.
So they picked up Derrick Henry from the Titans.
Done.
Was it our defense, or do you think he's done? I don't think he's done. I think our defense
He had 300 carries last year, and he's 30 years old.
Well,
and in the NFL, that's ancient.
But he was over 1,000 though.
But I will say that they were talking about this on the radio today. How when Derrick Henry's in there, the offense becomes very predictable. That's why we was like, oh, Derrick Henry's in the game. They're trying to run it. And it became very predictable on what they were doing when he was in the game.
Exactly. So that's not Derrick Henry's fault, right? That's not the offense fault. That's the offense coordinator's fault, right?
It is, and also
that's the head coach's fault. If you're going to have Derrick Henry in there and they're thinking to run, do something different. Am I right? Call an audible or I don't know, some kind of other plays, or still get him involved. But
to Tony's point about Lamar Jackson being a running back, man, he was taking big hits last night too.
Yeah,
it's like.
I saw you guys texting that. Then again, my angle was in the 300.
They can't sustain
section,
that. They can't sustain that. But I think the reason that he may have overcorrected this game was that when they lost to us last year, right? Everyone said after the fact, and I actually agree, he should have ran more during the playoffs against us last year. So this year, I feel like he overcompensated. and he left his teammates. He had some open people in that second half.
Yeah.
But he ran the ball instead.
Right.
So-
I've always said every year, I say it, and I'm going to say it again this year, is that he's a fantasy football league quarterback. You want to pick him up for your fantasy football league, not to win championships. Not
He'll
to,
get you to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Man, I think when he's in scramble mode, man, he's dangerous. But like you said, he's gonna miss some passes. I think he's gonna be a great quarterback, but he's just like you said, NFC Championship game, not Super Bowl. They're not going to the Super Bowl.
But do you think we're going to face them again, or you think they're going to get knocked out before we even get a chance?
I mean, we might play them in the playoffs. I mean, I think they're a playoff team for sure.
It's almost like you get to the point like been there, done that.
But did you hear what Isaiah Likely said?
Yeah, Isaiah Likely was like, man, you know what? We didn't play our best game, but if that's the Chiefs, if that's the best that they have, then we'll see you in the playoffs. We're going to beat them in the playoffs. He
said good luck in the
good
playoffs.
luck in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's his quote. Okay, no, that wasn't our best, bro. Obviously, it wasn't our best. Okay, we dropped 4 passes. You guys did terrible. We did terrible. You know what's better than scrutinizing the entire game after a loss and trying to get better is scrutinizing an entire game after a Chiefs win and trying to get better.
Right. Well, to what Isaiah Likely said, we have 6 straight AFC Championship games, 4 Super Bowls and 3 Super Bowl wins. So I think we do okay in the playoffs. I think we're prepared
We're
for
be okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Isaiah Likely,
Isaiah.
holy shit.
Yeah, where did he come from?
111 yards on 9 catches, dude. So for anyone that has Mark Andrews out there in fantasy land,
Yeah,
I know
that
Joe
sucks.
does.
That
I have
sucks.
him in a couple of leagues. It was kind of tough watching. You saw Mark Andrews watching from the sideline, and then I was reminded.
We know that he got in a car wreck, so he was already like game time decision if he was even gonna
Yeah,
play.
I was reminded that he is recovering from a pretty significant injury. So Likely got a shot, man, and he really took advantage of it. Man, it's like they say, it's a game of inches, right? And that was the difference last night. It was a game of inches. I mean, less than an inch, right? Then who knows? They go for 2. We could be having a different conversation, but
That's what
we are not.
That's what they're saying.
they
They're
were
saying
going
that they
for
were
2.
going to go for 2
They
and
were.
try to win the
They
game.
were going for. Could you see? Have you seen the clip of Harbaugh? He's like out there yelling.
Very
I didn't see
scary
that.
with
Okay.
Lamar Jackson at quarterback too.
Yeah.
Going for 2. Like honestly, I feel like, man, 80% chance of success on a 2-point conversion with Lamar Jackson.
I would say our defense would have stepped up. I would say
I would hope
that
so, but
I would say down to that end zone with our crowd, yeah, it would have been rocking.
So at the game,
Lamar would have launched himself.
Waltz was on the same end zone I was, so the play was happening away from us on the opposite end zone. When it happened, I was like, "No way, he's in." Right? Is that what you thought? I was like, "He has to be out of bounds on that."
I thought he was in.
On TV, it looked like he was in for sure.
So you're
Oh, did it?
yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, I
you're
knew
in-
it was close.
You was
I
a
knew
little
it was
high, so
close.
you like a little-
I was high
take it
and on
back.
the side. You guys are like behind the goalpost kind of thing.
Yeah.
To me, I thought, oh crap. He was wide open. He kind of let him into it. And once again, it was another one of the overthrown passes. So he had to tiptoe in. If he would have just thrown a regular nice rocket of a pass, a Mahomes pass, we'd been talking differently. But to me, I thought he was in until I saw the replay, and then everybody started mumbling,
Yeah,
rumbling.
then it was like, oh man, that's close. That's
Mhm.
close. That's
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. But as soon as you seen the replay, I mean, there was no thoughts or drama. It's just like, okay, he's out.
Well, Lamar
Instantly.
Jackson still thinks it's a touchdown.
No, he
Yeah,
does not.
no, I
You didn't
heard
hear
that.
that?
No,
No.
I actually
He
heard
said
that
that.
today. Yes, he said he still thinks. It's almost like one of those attitudes. It's like, come on, man. Who's like this much?
Yeah,
Like,
Just let
give
it
just give it
go.
to him.
Just give it to him.
It's like when you miss a putt in golf, right? And then
You got to give me.
you get to give it. You don't even have to putt the next one.
Right.
But I will say this: the Chiefs, even though they didn't have their best game, they put the league on notice. And what I mean by that is everyone's seen the potential of our offense last night, and that's just the beginning of it. So
Yeah, and wait till we get Hollywood Brown back. It's gonna be another weapon. So
Hollywood
good things.
Brown.
But we have another big game coming up, man, against the Bengals. And another,
Yeah. So let me go back to the beginning. So
I'm gonna go get
It
my
was-
telly. You guys talk.
it was shitty rain that came in like about an hour and a half earlier, which
was you at the game when that
yes,
that hit?
you guys weren't.
I had to work a middle school football game, so I got there about 15 minutes before game time.
Oh, bro, yeah. No, we tailgate a little bit, was drinking outside in the parking lot. And then we thought, okay, let's go ahead and make our way about an hour and a half in. And then those dark clouds started coming. They were supposed to come in about 8 o'clock, from 8 to 9.
Yeah.
But no, they came in super early. And then it was a delay. And then they wouldn't allow anybody to go into the stadium. They removed everybody from the stadium.
Oh,
so,
did they?
Yeah, we all had to wait.
Had to go to the whatchamacallit, by the
whatever they call the stand, not the.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
The concourse.
Concourses, yeah. And so we got a couple of drinks from the bar out there, and then that's when I saw Risky Ray.
You saw Risky Ray?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he sits up there in the 300.
Yeah, he comes up. Well, hey, Governor, can you buy me an LA? So I had to buy him a beer.
Oh, did you?
Uh-huh. Yeah, thank you, Governor. So, no, fuck that. You better wash my car.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You better still wash my car. Yeah, thanks my ass. Your birthday, my ass.
What did I tell you? What if he getting his laptop? What is he doing?
Yeah, first he went to go take a dump, and then he walked that way, and then he just disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
man.
I guess he's just not doing the show anymore.
The original.
And so thank goodness to give them props that they gave. I don't know, maybe you weren't there yet, but they gave.
I was there to see all the opening ceremonies.
Oh, so for Alicia Lopez.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I was actually walking down to my seats when they started that.
Yeah, beautiful. That was nice. That was nice. They had the whole family out there. They had her picture up, and then the stealth bomber.
Did you notice that
it came in for the stealth?
It came in from the side a little bit. Usually it comes straight down. It came in from the side. I was like, oh.
Yeah, and the timing was a little off, but man, I mean, come on. I mean, it's a flying aircraft, and
there's a delay anyway. So what were they doing? Like just flying around in circles?
No, I'm sure they had to
hovering
somewhere.
Hovering.
Imagine.
In space.
But those stealth bombers are fucking awesome.
They are pretty cool.
They always say by the time you actually hear it or see it, you're dead.
Oh yeah.
That's
the whole.
That's the whole point of the stealth bomber. Oh fuck yeah, loved it. Gave me chills and everything. And then I don't know who that Grammy Award winner chick that was singing. She did
pretty
all
good.
right.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, she did all right. Yeah, she was good. And then did they show a lot of Taylor Swift? She was there.
There was at least 4 that I paid attention to where they mentioned her, and that was before the fourth quarter. There was like 4 mentions.
Did you see the big drama?
I did not.
Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes were in different suites.
That's nothing. That's just because Brittany has her people, Taylor has her people.
I think they're.
You think it's over that tweet? I doubt it.
Something about Trump supporting them.
I doubt it. I don't think they give a shit one way or the other. Like, I don't think Taylor cares about what Brittany supports and vice versa, to be quite honest. I think they both care about money. And I don't really think
we
Taylor
didn't see it at all.
She
She never popped up on the Jumbotron, right? And I don't think they ever do that. They probably have some kind of.
They talked about her on TV a good few times.
I'm pretty sure she can't control that. So I'm pretty sure they mentioned. But did they ever show a picture of her or anything, or a film?
I mean, they kept showing her. They even showed Travis Kelce when he was on stage with her in her Eras tour.
Oh man!
So it showed him in a top hat carrying her around the stage when she was pretending to be dead.
Yeah.
So they did show that as well. So yeah.
So back to our offense a little bit. I know.
Let's talk about that offense.
Yeah. So the past couple of years, we haven't had that deep threat, right? I think we kind of been taken away from us.
Consistent deep threat, and we don't know that he's consistent yet. But man,
well, I'm just saying we had 6 passing plays over 20 yards, so that's pretty good, and 3 of those were over 30 yards. So that's getting that down the field.
We're getting back
big play,
spiffy.
yeah. That down the field, big play that they're coming back, and I think that's Worthy speed, man.
Yeah, absolutely. The confidence that they have in him to be able to try to make those plays. I think that's a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's been working hard in practice. He's been doing well in the preseason, I've heard. So that was exciting, man.
So that transitions me to Travis Kelce, who didn't do much. And are we starting to see the years of Travis is starting to?
No.
I mean, he's 35.
I know.
No. He's going to start being an average tight end. He's not going to be that top flight tight end.
You know who had more yards than Travis Kelce?
Noah Gray.
Yeah. And
Noah
Gray.
Yeah, he just signed a new contract.
3-year extension.
Yeah. So I don't see that happening. I think it was just the first game kind of let's try other things. Let's not just carry put everything on Travis Kelce's shoulders. Let's try everything because we did get a lot of new weapons and we wanted to try them out.
Well, I do think it might have been something because when we played Baltimore in the playoffs last year, Travis Kelce killed him, right?
Oh no, yeah, he disappeared in the second half though. In the fourth quarter, he didn't do anything.
Right. So this game, they probably had more like, hey, we have to stop Travis Kelce.
Decoy.
He killed us the last time we played him. We have to make sure we shut him down.
Is it me or did you see some kind of like a prevent defense on doubling up on Xavier Worthy? Did you see that? Like how they used to play Tyreek Hill?
Oh, did they?
Did you notice that?
I did.
I mean, you was way up there, the top.
Yeah,
you could see
because I wanted to see one-on-ones, and I'm thinking, I know, and I'm thinking,
that's
okay,
why it says up there.
let's take advantage of this one-on-one, but I hardly saw it because they were just kind of floating over there where he was at. Everybody else they weren't really worried about.
Don't worry, Mike Mallory. I'm sure your seats are great. That's where Casey Walt sat. So
they were great seats, Michael. Thank you.
I'm not talking shit on your seats, bud.
Yeah. So, and then let's talk about the running backs. So Carson Steele, he went out.
He only had a couple carries.
Yeah, a couple carries. A little disappointed on that. I wanted to see more of him and not less of Piron.
I mean, our running game, we didn't really do too much, right?
No.
We did just enough.
We really didn't.
Isaiah was running hard, but I think it was a really good defense, though.
I was surprised because it seemed like Isaiah was doing pretty well on his runs, but really at the end of the game, he averaged 3 yards per carry.
For the whole game,
For the whole game. And it felt like he was doing better than that. At one point, it was like 2.8 yards. I was like, really? Like, I feel like he was running well, but I must have missed a lot of poor runs because I don't remember him getting stuffed.
No, he didn't get.
There was a couple times.
There was a couple times, but he runs so hard, he falls forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he'll gain a half yard or a yard, whatever. But he just didn't. It was just a good defense.
You know who else averaged about 3 yards was Derrick Henry. So they were very about the same last night.
No, every time Derrick Henry ran the ball, I mean, he didn't. I think 3 yards. He averaged 3 yards. I think he just ran the ball 3 yards every single time.
Yeah, he looked slow, and he looked slow. By the way,
yeah, he was not. He was not hitting the hole
because we met him in the backfield.
Yeah, he didn't have. That's it too, but he didn't have too much juke to him either.
Yeah, he just looked slow, man.
So
you know who looked fast? Lamar looked fast.
Dude, that dude's a monster, man. When he's out there scrambling, running around, he's a tough dude to tackle.
So I sent a text, and you're watching it from home, T. I really couldn't tell because there was a lot of subs coming in and out. But I'm looking. So is this how we're playing Chris Jones now on just third downs?
So what they were doing with Chris Jones, right, is they'd bring him out late, and what that allowed him to do is it allowed him to pick on whoever he wanted to pick on. So he was choosing who he wanted to go against at the line, so they wouldn't have enough time to try to switch up on him.
Right.
And so that's what they were doing with Chris Jones is he was cherry picking who he wanted to go up against on the line. I don't know if that was like. Obviously, it was the game plan. I don't know if that's something they'll continue to do, but that's what happened last night.
Yeah.
He did have that one sack outside of that, though. I don't remember much pressure on the quarterback. He did strip the ball. I did forget about that.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And your boy from Lee Summit, shout out to fuck Ken.
Don't point to me, man. Hey, my boy.
But your boy, that lives in Lee Summit right now, fuck Ken. And FAU, he recovered the fumble. I think he more fell into it.
Was it like,
FAU got that one. Okay, good for him. Good for him.
He was like, whoa, what's this on my back?
I think he tried to kick it at first, try to kick it away. I don't want this thing.
He ran into his arms.
He dropped it. Hot potato.
No, he's not a bust. I'm sure he'll do great. Karloftis didn't do much. I didn't hear his name too much. But there was another I wish I would have remembered his name. No, somebody that was on the on the other side of Chris Jones that was actually doing very well.
Wharton.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess he was kicking ass and actually opening it up for Chris Jones coming in and doing what he was doing and applying all those behind the line tackles and what have you. So Wharton was kicking ass.
Yeah. So how about, do we have an issue with Patrick Mahomes? He's leading the league in interceptions right now. Is this going
stupid, bro?
You're dumb.
Hey, but for season openers,
But for that interception he threw, first of all, it was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
There was no one close.
It was a bad play. It was a terrible play.
That was the dumbest fucking interception that I have ever seen.
And we could have driven really, even if we
From
got
him.
a field goal at the end of that half,
Right.
that would have really
Right.
put it hurt them.
Man, we did great. You know, we recovered the fumble. We were supposed to be coming marching down the field, you know, dinking, danking, whatever. Xavier Worthy, another one, you know, and he threw it to no one but our Baltimore Ravens.
There was no one close.
There was nobody around that.
I will say this though. So Patrick Mahomes has only thrown 2 interceptions in his entire career on the first game of the season, right?
Okay.
The first time was last year, and it was this year. So we're going back to the Super Bowl, bitches.
But when you were watching it from home, did they analyze that? Did they say? Did he say? I mean, what was the deal with that?
With what?
That interception.
Did they say anything?
It just said he just made a bad play. That's all.
He was trying to force something. He just kind of flung it. And
just made a bad throw.
I don't know who was even.
Hey, he can't be Michael Jordan every day.
10 yards around that receiver. He literally threw it to a receiver.
You know, and we'll have to go back and check the tapes, but I almost want to say that did they deflect the ball at all? Did somebody get a fucking hand?
No, he was about to be sacked.
He was going down.
Yeah, he was going down.
He just
threw it, and he threw it into the arms of somebody that was just like, I don't want to be a part of this game. And he threw it in his arms.
Kind of like how FAU got that fumble.
Here's what I want to know is how fast did Worthy look at the stadium when you guys were there, right? Watching him on the field. How fast did he look?
I would have caught him. He's asking a question. I thought I was going to go first.
Okay, yeah, go. You would have caught him.
I would have caught him. Go ahead. Now it's your turn.
He looked fast. No, he looked like he looked legit fast.
I will say this, and I'm being serious. That, as far as I could really remember, was one of the he might be one of the fastest guy I've ever seen in the NFL. When he grabbed that, when they did that run, right? He had that first play, his first touch in the NFL, by the way, right? 21-yard touchdown. I mean, he just shot out of that backfield like a cannon, right?
Yeah.
And man, then you had that pass play, which I think was his second catch. He looks so. I have not seen anyone that's looked that fast. Tyreek, yes, but I'm kid you not, he looked faster than Tyreek last night.
So here, Tyreek, the top end speed, I don't know, maybe they're about the same, but Tyreek, his stop and go speed was
that's what's better. That's what they say is better. But Tyreek, straight shot,
yeah. Tyreek, I don't think there will ever be anybody that has stop go speed like Tyreek.
Almost like a Barry Sanders, very low, very. I'm right here. No, I'm not. I'm going this way like a magician. Xavier Worthy, if he can hone in on those type of skills, like the stop and goes.
Speaking of stop and go speed, man, they did give props to Isaiah Pacheco last night. He had a couple really beautiful cuts. I don't know if you guys seen the replay, but he had a couple really beautiful cuts where he literally has to stop, do a little cut, and then just his power that he instantly gets like right off the start of his run again, right? So they were calling that out.
So who was that? Who was that defender that was running on from the Chiefs and is about to hit that tackle right before the touchdown, and then that Ravens
was that Cook
player
he was
just
like,
decided to go what? Yeah, I think it was Cook. What is
that play was? I was like, what the fuck? We can't tackle over there. How did that even happen?
I will say the one good thing that you guys had going for you being at the game is you didn't have to listen to Chris Collinsworth.
Oh man!
What was he saying now? Was he on Lamar Jackson's nuts? Or?
No, I heard like our new left tackle. We had a new left tackle. I guess he was talking about
Mahatahi.
Yes,
man. He
was saying that. This is what I heard, that he was saying that we are giving him help every single pass play.
I didn't even hear that, to be honest. But no, the Chris Collinsworth that I'm talking about, the one that acted like he wanted to run down on the field and kiss Lamar Jackson in the mouth.
Oh man,
like it was. Oh my god, dude! Like
that's Chris Collinsworth.
The entire game, every time he had a chance to open his fucking mouth, he was praising Lamar Jackson. Even after a bad play, he would like praise Lamar Jackson. I'm just like, are you kidding me, bro? They literally, look, they had him reporting. They had him standing up. They had to bring out a desk so he could sit behind it so they could hide his fucking boner, bro. Like, it was terrible. You got to see our text from me and Scott last night in our, did you see our text? We were talking about it.
I don't think I've seen those, but
I'm not even kidding you. It was like a love letter. Like, like, what is he doing, bro? For like 30 minutes the first 30 minutes of the game, it was all Lamar Jackson, all Lamar Jackson.
Ding dong.
Yes. And then the last 10 minutes of the game, it was making love to Lamar Jackson again. All right, I'm done with my rant, but that shit happened last night.
Chris Collinsworth, like every game he picks someone out that he's gonna suck their nuts, man. He like, and whoever that player is, he's all over him. Whoever it is.
Yeah, I don't like Chris Collinsworth.
You know,
He's got nice hair.
There you go. Oh, I think that was a shot at you, Waltz.
I don't know. He's trying.
It actually wasn't.
Yeah, he's trying.
But hey, how about Worthy though, man? I think he's averaging 23 yards a catch right now.
Well, he only has 2 catches, but yeah, no,
Yeah, thanks.
that's
three,
right.
Yeah.
3 touches, 2 touchdowns. That is pretty epic in your first NFL game,
Dude, and they're only going to start using him more. He's only going to get
Yeah.
more involved.
I don't know if he'll ever be like, hey, he got 9 catches kind of guy, but he's going to have that 1-2 huge plays that's going to change the game changers. He's going to have those.
He's going to be a more reliable and faster Demarcus Robinson. Go
Did you
ahead.
notice
Wow,
that?
for sure?
Did you notice when Juju Smith-Schuster dropped that ball? Mahomes just started walking off. He just started
Did he?
walking off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He just
He's like,
started
that was your
walking.
chance,
Just like-
Juju. That was your
He's
chance.
just looking on the sideline.
Hollywood,
just
hurry
saying
up.
Something. He's just done. He's just like, you know what? You catch it. You don't. I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
Anything else from last night's game? Any other?
Well,
Did you notice anything else?
I did hear some Nick Bolton did not have a good game. He was really struggled in the pass coverage.
I don't remember. Can you?
That's
can
hard
you
to see.
remind me? Was
It's
it
hard-
Nick Bolton? Was Nick?
He
Nick
was good
Bolton,
last
or
year.
was it? Was it? Is he?
He's
Fuck,
number
say it, man.
32.
Was he the one that we always counted on was our fastest linebacker? Remember, he was out for a while.
that
Then
was
Tranquil, who? Willie Gay.
Willie Gay
Gosh,
was the
dang it.
fast guy.
And then Tranquil came in for Willie Gay for a while when Willie Gay got hurt, right?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
gosh. Okay.
Well, Nick Bolton was like the middle linebacker.
yeah.
Blah, 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 but he did miss some games last
From
year.
Mizzou, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're talking about he's struggled badly
Yeah.
in the pass coverage. Which that's why
We were leaving a lot of them open.
I mean, go back to that last series, man, before the toe out of bounds. The play before that dude was wide freaking
Yeah.
open, man.
2 players.
Yeah, and you can see they said Drew Tranquil because he handed him off to Nick
Yeah.
Bolton, and Nick Bolton just stood there. You can see he was doing his best honey badger impersonations. Like, what are you doing, man?
See,
Yeah,
see, I can't. That's the difference between watching it live and watching it from home
Yeah,
to watch the
yeah.
breakdown, whatever. That's the one I came home at 1 a.m, trying to watch the highlights and stuff.
did you have to work today?
Fuck no, I took it off,
There
man.
you
I took
go.
it off
Yeah,
ahead of
you're
time.
Smart
Gotta work the
guy.
next
No,
day.
when I knew I was
guy.
going to purchase these tickets, I said I'm going to be off on Friday. Fuck that.
Yep.
Anything else from the game last night? Any takes or
Rashee Rice.
correct?
What'd you guys think about
Oh,
Rashee
yeah,
Rice?
he-
7 catches, 103 yards.
He definitely established himself as our number 1 receiver and going to be one of those elite receivers in the NFL.
You said it right there, Joe. I wrote this down on my notes that I didn't bring today, but I did write this down as that he's that guy, and that's all I wrote
Yes.
down. And I'm not even going to explain it to
Yeah.
no one else, but Rashee Rice is that guy.
What do you mean?
Oh, he already told you he wasn't explaining, dude. He already told you.
I'll explain it since you asked the question, right?
Now we're
Last
let's
year-
transition over.
Last
to-
year, CD Lamb was that guy.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice is that guy.
I don't know if Rice is going to get on Lamb's level.
He don't need to. He's going to win a Super Bowl, though.
That is true. That's true. But I think Rice will be one of the top receivers in the NFL this year.
Top 5.
So when
I think that's a good possibility.
so when the Hollywood Brown comes back, I think it'll take him about a couple of games to get acclimated. So if you can imagine having Brown, having Xavier Worthy, and Rashee Rice
And
With-
Kelsey.
as your
Kelsey.
three,
and Kelsey.
oh yeah, that's a given. Kelsey and Noah Gray. Oh come on, man, that's
You
not even
brought-
fucking
You
fair.
brought Noah Gray.
I brought Noah Gray in it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I
and
did.
then
Why
the
not?
occasional Justin Watson catch.
Your very own Jackson Heights,
He had a
Mr.
catch.
Watson.
He had 1 catch last
He was
night.
wide open on that catch. I was like, he's never. I was like, he's never open.
It
like
was
that.
blown coverage, by the
It had
way.
to be. It had to be.
Whoa, I
Yeah.
fall down. Good for Mr. Watson. Let's see. Anything else?
You know, it's
Anything else
funny
on
that you just said that because when Watson caught that ball last night, I heard Waltz's voice literally, I'm not even kidding, popped into my voice saying exactly that. Yes.
I literally yelled that out in front of everybody in the crowd.
I'm telling you. No, I heard it. Like I heard it in my head.
I
was
think it
like,
was telepathically gone too. I yelled out. I was like, Jackson has your very own Mr. Watson. Oh, my.
I'm sure the fans, the rest of the fans loved that.
Yeah, they were actually pretty cool. They were
maybe
nice.
one or two liked it.
They were nice around.
We were sitting next to Baltimore fans, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Until the end when they were coming back, I'm like, if we fucking lose this game, because I've been talking shit the whole game.
Yeah, you don't want to be sitting next to the opposing team's fans.
Yeah, we had two Baltimore fans, like maybe 2-3 rows down to the right. They were all right. They weren't talking crap, but they were just cheering a lot. Sure.
Yeah, we had a Baltimore fan a couple rows in front of us. Was a big cheer guy. He was a cheerleader for sure.
He was one of those guys.
Oh yeah.
Was he quiet at the end?
Kind of. Well, he had to be. He had to be because they lost.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know. Maybe you guys seen this at the game. I don't remember seeing it last night. But did we have any screenplays? I really don't remember any screenplays. I mean, they had some that may have looked like it, but like it was all like in motion, right? So, but like where they
Xavier Worthy one that wasn't a screenplay, right?
No,
that was just,
it was an end around, right? It was a fake handoff to who was it? Probably Pacheco, and then he came around the back end, and then man, it's like as soon as he caught it, it's like it was like I knew as he was coming around the corner, I was like, I don't think anyone's going to touch
tight end ones. I didn't see any wide receiver runs.
Maybe one wide receiver one.
I didn't see any running back ones like a delay.
No, I don't think there was any.
No, but on that Worthy, that end around, I was like, because I didn't know his number or whatever. I was like, who is this dude? And they're like, oh, that was Worthy. Yeah, man, that dude was.
Who wore number 1 for us? Was that the human joystick? Was that Dante Hall that wore number 1 last?
I thought it was McKinnon number 1 last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought Dante Hall had wore number 1. Maybe
no, he was 82. He was like 82.
Yeah,
I think.
that was back then when it was old school big numbers.
Yeah, he had to have a wide receiver number. Yeah.
And then when I was leaving the game, I was walking down the that infamous stinky tunnel, going to the other parking lot. And then I was walking next to former Mayor Sly James.
Oh yeah.
Out of all people, yeah.
I ran into Sly James at a grocery store one time.
Get to talk to him.
Yeah, I think he was buying bananas.
By the chorizo aisle?
No,
yeah.
Actually, it's
nice guy. I was like, "What are you doing over here with the rest of the peasants?" I thought you'd still have some kind of key to the city or something.
He would say no.
He goes, I'm.
He's a man of the people.
I'm here.
Sly James.
I'm just like you guys. I'm just gonna.
He looked like a very basic guy to me that day.
Yeah.
He was, he took out his credit card just like we all do, paid for his food, and
I did have a pretty good picture. I was on TV last night, apparently.
Were you?
Yeah.
Did they have to extend it out?
Almost.
You're so fat.
There I am, buddy.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Burned, boy. Dang, put some product on.
Oh yeah, there, right there. Look, there he is, guys. You see him right there?
Yeah,
that's him.
That's him.
I wasn't on TV, but you can go and find yourself. It's like a.
Oh, you wasn't on TV, but it was just like if you're a super fan and shit, you could
there's an app or something you can go on and find yourself.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I didn't do it
because they scanned the entire. There's
Oh yeah, the 360 camera.
Yeah. We have a couple that sit behind us, Mike and Jennifer. She always goes on there and finds us and
they
sends
do
us
that
pictures.
at the Royals games.
Yeah.
Mike and Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess Fuck Ken didn't go to the game last night, and then
he sold his tickets.
Yeah,
he didn't offer you guys a chance.
No,
I'm surprised. I would not have sold those tickets, man.
He had to do something. He had to do something with Keaton.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, my godson Keaton plays for Morningside football. He's still on sidelined with the.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's ready to go. It's just a matter of.
I'm just saying, it's like
they need to
waited to get cleared.
You need to get cleared.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like one of the best games of the season, like one of the best matchups for us. Like, it's not the game. I was like, I'm sorry, Keaton, but maybe mom can go with you to your fucking function.
Yeah.
Hi, Keaton. Go Morningside.
Go Morningside. What are they, the Mustangs?
Yes, they are the mighty Mustangs.
You said that pretty confidently.
I did because you'll see a video that'll come out tomorrow. Or
the mighty Mustangs.
Yeah, it'll probably come out tomorrow.
Okay.
Then you'll see what I'm talking about.
You guys remember that from Argentina? Stop, look and listen. We are the mighty Mustangs. Stop, look and listen. We are the mighty Mustangs.
Do you ever remember? in middle school at Argentine, we had pretty nice uniforms, right? For whatever sports we played.
For what?
Polyester.
I mean, for football, for basketball, uniforms.
It was a little itchy.
I mean,
a
yeah, they
little
was on the
itchy.
itchy side.
Right, but we always thought like, oh, we get to Harmon, they're going to be great. It'll be even better uniforms.
They're adults, right? I mean, they're adults.
They were.
Now you're gonna get a practice uniform,
yeah,
dog.
man, we went down big time, dude. Even
Like mine don't even have a number on it.
I remember the snack bar at Argentine, man. It was great. It had all kinds of
Argentine
options.
was the shit. Yeah.
You go to Harmon, it was like that little hole in the wall. We're like, where's the snack bar at?
It was like
Yeah.
it was like
Nachos and the hot ham and cheese.
It was more like something you see at a jail. Like
Yes.
seriously, bro.
How many gel credits you have,
It
sir?
was like
Yeah.
we got hot dogs and a bunch of healthy shit. What do you want? Oh, I'll take the fucking hot dog and that cookie.
Yeah, I just remember the disappointment.
We're
Harmon was
the
going to be
Jesse
great.
Hawks.
And I was like, man, this place
Got one of them
sucks.
cold hamburgers back there.
Yeah, man. I want Argentine snack bar. I want to go back there.
Yeah, I went to North Kansas City for like what I think it was the first few months of my senior
Freshman?
year.
Was it your
Or no, it was my
freshman?
freshman year.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
tripping. And man, I tell you that we got to leave campus for lunch.
You know, back in the day,
Although
some-
freshmen weren't supposed to leave, but I broke the rules.
But could you even afford leaving campus to go there?
But there was
But
places.
I,
to
worked,
go.
I actually worked back in high school, so yes, I could.
But at that particular school, there was places around there you could go eat, right?
There was actually.
Oh,
There
Harmon-
was.
Try to leave
I
Harmon
think
to go.
most
Where you
people
gonna
went
go?
to the convenience
Were you
store.
going to
though.
Circle B?
Circle B, which
Get
didn't
you
make
that
sense.
candy bar.
Remember, we had Circle K and Circle B. What was the deal with
Terrible
that?
places.
Well, Circle B was just a random store that
These were
somebody
convenience stores.
Yeah,
But what was
Circle
the
K
idea?
was a franchise.
What was the idea behind the Circle franchises? What was the idea behind that?
I don't
Circle
think we
K?
ever
I have no
looked
idea.
into that shit, bro.
I think we should.
It's
think we should.
like the same. I don't know. Well, Quick Trip makes sense. I do like the
there you go.
name. It makes sense because
Yeah,
they are
and-
very
and-
quick
and-
about your trip.
And they leave out the C because they're cool like that.
Yeah, that's right. Got to be
Mm.
different. Got to be different, man.
Yeah.
So,
I think Quick Trip is one of the best gas stations to go to. They're like the most efficient
Oh,
people.
there'll never be a
Yeah.
better
Not
one. dude.
worldwide. Japan's Japanese
Uh,
gas stations and convenience stores have the best fucking food.
Do they have?
Oh fuck
We
yes,
were talking
man.
about food, but we were just talking about
Oh.
the fast service.
Oh.
But also doesn't.
Yeah, they're pretty
in
But of course you went to
Japan-
food.
Yeah, of course. But in Japan they have like the
Fat.
food machines, right? The vending machines.
Yeah, the vending machines that come out. Shut up,
Yeah, their vending machines were crazy.
I shit you not. They have vending machines that pour pho soup. They pour hot soup right there in front
Yeah,
of
hold on,
you.
hold on, hold on.
Remember when Walt was in Japan and it was kind of creepy? I
Yeah,
was like, "Where you at? A high
Let's go
school,
back to
man?"
that show. Let's go back to that show.
You didn't get the soup out of the vending machine, did you?
You did.
I went back and tried to look for it, and I got lost in Japan.
Oh,
And I came back to the
Like,
hotel
hold on, hold on.
defeated. I did try to look for it.
How
though.
often do they clean the machine? I have all kinds of questions.
Oh,
I
bro.
ain't, like I'm one of
man,
those
now,
guys.
Okay.
Like I ain't getting the soup out of a vending machine. That's all I'm gonna say.
Japan is the most
Hold
the
on.
most clean country in
Okay.
the entire world. So I guarantee you they go and clean it every day.
Ti, do you
Okay.
eat soup at all?
Does beef stew count? No, it doesn't.
A beef
Uh,
stew.
It
It's a
says
soup.
stew.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So yeah, beef
So-
stew, sure.
So you do beef stew has like beef and like the
Carrots
just
and potatoes.
Beef and stew.
I add potatoes to it.
Yeah,
by
yeah, yeah.
the
No,
way.
they usually have lots of vegetables.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
I'm crazy like that.
Do you eat all those vegetables or you just eat the beef?
I eat it all, the whole thing.
No,
What do you
this
think?
food critic over
I
there.
don't know, man.
You cook it together the right way.
Yeah,
It
no,
tastes
no,
good,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I get that.
Now
yeah.
I go light on
I
the
just
carrots.
don't-
I take some of the carrots out. I ain't gonna lie. I leave a little bit in. I take
I
some of the
just
carrots out.
I didn't expect to hear you eat that.
Well, I'm not a
Good.
big beef stew fan. I probably ate it like once in the last 5 years. So there you go.
So when you
Mhm.
go on vacation, do you?
Find a good steak or a good burger, and it's as simple
Okay.
as that, bro.
I think it
Okay,
is, man.
but you've
It's
never
as
been to an
simple as that.
all inclusive like resort where where you really can't be too picky. I mean, have you?
No,
Okay,
I don't think so. But he did go to. I remember we went to Colorado one time, and he was pretty pissed off that we was going to this Mexican joint.
But
he
he
got
told
a
the story
steak.
on the show before.
He got the steak and he loved it. He
I've heard
loved
of-
that
I've heard
steak.
about
The
that
best,
place in
it was,
TI?
the truth is, it was the best T-bone I've had in my life.
Man, he was pissed.
Oh.
He was like,
No, it's true. It's very true. Very
He was
true.
mad when he found out we were going there. But
Well, it was just because we had went to Casa Bonitas the night before.
oh, that was
Which
that's a
was-
story in itself, dude.
Which
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
we don't have time for
looking back, I'm glad we did it. But at the time, it's like that was terrible.
Dude, that's
But-
a story that that's one of the
Yes.
greats. That's
We
one of the
should get back
greats.
to the Chiefs though, because we do have an upcoming match against The Bengals,
Yes, the Bengals.
September 15th.
So
Chiefs are now 1-0.
So Jamar Chase says he's a game time decision. It's not because he's injured. It's because he wants a new contract.
But I thought no, he didn't.
The
finally
story
sign.
has changed.
he
The
already-
narrative has changed.
Okay, what's the latest, Ti? Tell us the latest.
He says he is. Well, at least you guys can fact check me on this. If you're,
Tell me, because
if you're
he's on my
watching live. Fact check it
Guarantee.
now.
he's
Yeah,
on my
guaranteed.
fantasy
He
team.
said
I need to know is
that
he playing
he
or
is
not.
willing to play without a deal. Without a deal.
I heard that he is coming back, Joe. I heard that yesterday that he did.
Not even sure what that means. By
He's
the
having
way.
communications and he is. I thought he already signed, but
Well, he says the choice is his, which it is, bro. It is like if
bro, you
are
got
gonna play
2
or not?
years left, man.
He's not
Of a
here's-
contract you signed. You just can't not
Yeah.
play.
Here's the thing: when you're a player like Jamar, when you're as great as Jamar, you're not going to want to miss one game because you know why? He cares about the record books. I know he does. He
Yes.
cares about the record books.
And one game
He
for him is
cares
like
about
$1
being
million
the
bucks.
exactly. It's not just about the money though. It's about being that top receiver at the end of the year. If you miss one game in this league,
Who-
that's going to knock you down at least.
Who
2
did they
spots.
franchise off that team?
I don't know who their franchise.
Because he has 2 years left of his rookie.
Well, they
year.
don't
You
have
would
to.
think
They don't have to franchise him because he has 2 years
right
left on
2
his deal.
years.
But he's asking
Um,
who did they?
I don't
Right.
know. But
No one that matters.
But I do I understand it from his point, is because the game of football is very, very vicious, very brutal. So
I don't like that guy anyway.
I mean, I get that, but like you have to get the money when you can, because tomorrow is never promised in football. I mean, you might play one game and you're done. So I get it. You want to get that money when you can, and
and he
I'm not mad
deserves
at
it.
him.
He deserves
and
it.
I'm not mad at him for that. But again,
Hey,
on the other side, you did sign that contract, man. So don't miss games over this shit,
That's true too.
especially because you're on my fantasy team. I
Oh.
need you out there, bro. I need you out there.
Man, what week do we play? Let's see. Hopefully,
even
maybe be a
fucking-
holdout
Since
here.
Mark Andrews sucked
Well, we
it up
could
last
play
night.
next week.
No, we play the Bengals.
Yeah. Next
So,
week.
question is, I think we play in Cincinnati, right?
Right. Next week.
Okay. So, what do you think about that game? What's your take?
So
Anybody?
It's a home game.
Let's see. They still got T. Higgles.
No. He's out. T. Higgins.
Why?
I heard he's hurt or something, right?
Is he really?
Already?
Oh shit!
Yeah. Well, if you had your what, I saw something on T. Higgins. You guys talk. Let me look up T. Higgins.
If you're play fantasy football in one of my leagues and you have T. Higgins, I want you to ignore that you just heard that. And play him with confidence this week.
Jamar Chase questionable. T. Higgins doubtful for week 1.
Ooh, this is a walk in the park.
Yeah.
This
That's
is a
week
fat boy
one,
eating
though,
cake.
so-
That's week 1. That's week 1.
But
Right.
if he's doubtful for week 1, he's probably
Who
not gonna
knows?
he's not
Who
going to look too good
knows?
for week 2 either.
I'm not even worried about T. Higgins, though. Seriously, the only person I'm worried about is 2 people: Jamar and Joe Burrow. That's it.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like with the Chiefs, like the Bengals have been, at least historically, it seems, since Joe Burrow's joined the squad. That's our
Nemesis?
biggest nemesis. That's
Yeah,
our toughest matchup, in my opinion. That is the most dangerous person, and I would say second most dangerous person that we would face would be Josh Allen.
I would say right here, if Jamar Chase does not play, then you will see that the Cincinnati Bengals have seen its prime. It's
They're done.
They're done.
Well,
Joe
okay.
Cool is Joe Cool. I
Yeah.
get that,
So I think
but I don't think they replaced any other weapons.
no. So Jamar Chase, I think he's definitely playing week 2, and we play in week 2. So he's trying to make this point week 1. It's probably gonna be like Chris Jones last year. You know, he said,
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, I think yeah, he made this
Yeah.
point in week 1, but then week 2 he's going to come and play,
Yeah.
and then he's still not going to be signed yet. But he's going to say, "Hey, look, I'm."
Well, I
ready to
think
play."
he's come to the fact like, hey, I'm not going to get a new deal right now. I kind of made my point. Let's get back to playing football. And he's gonna get a huge deal. He's gonna make $30 million plus a year when he gets his deal.
Who's their running back?
I know they have new running backs. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm talking about.
No,
So it's
there's no one you know.
right. So I'm not really worried about that. And then stellar defense.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, when we were drafting our defenses, do you remember them being top 5 for the Cincinnati
No.
Bengals?
Nope.
Not to put all of our chips into their stock, but
Definitely
these are
not top
professionals.
5.
These are professionals that are ranking these teams. So I'm not afraid of Cincinnati anymore, and especially since Jamar Chase isn't playing. But if he plays, yeah, then Then you got to double team them. Then you got to worry about everybody else. Like, I mean, who's their tight end?
Yeah. And speaking of the Bengals, I'm actually not as worried about them like I used to be. Ever since Joe Burrow had that freak accident last year at the beginning of the season, he was never 100%. He's never had the same swag yet. I ain't seen it yet. We'll see.
Is he 100% healthy now?
Probably.
So it looks like we have about 12 minutes left. You want to hit the Royals real quick?
Yeah.
How about them? Man, they've been kind of tough to watch lately. Speaking of, there's a reason I wore this jersey today. I don't know if you guys remember, but the last time I wore this jersey, the Royals went on an absolute tear. And our man Bobby Witt led the way. So we are hoping for a repeat of me wearing the jersey.
Yeah. Since last we've talked about the Royals, we had one other episode, but it was all Chiefs. It was a quick one. We had to jam all the Chiefs stuff in there. But we reached first place in our division. We was tied with the Guardians in first place. And you know what we did after that?
We lost about 7 games.
we lost
a lot of games, bro.
We lost 7 games in a row, man.
Thank God the Red Sox have been sucking ass for a while.
Yeah. But we're still like 4.5 up in the wild card race. We're playing the Twins tonight. It's a big series because they're number 2 in the wild card race. We're number 3.
I think they're playing now, aren't they?
They're playing right now.
Yeah.
We're winning 1-0 as we speak.
Woo!
We picked up a few new people. Tommy Pham, who I was wanting to get.
I like Tommy Pham.
Yeah,
we are family.
Not that family.
At the trade deadline, I was hoping we picked him up. Obviously, he got traded to St. Louis, who dropped him, and then we just picked him up anyway. So
I wanted to pick him up even before then, but yeah, this is great.
Because I thought we needed a leadoff hitter, and I thought he was the best leadoff hitter out there that we could get, and we got him. So man, I think
it'll work out.
Man, we had that 7-game losing streak, and that's baseball. That happens, but it all started. It all started with fucking Ursay, however you say his fucking name.
Urseg.
Trying to barehand that ball. So and then he threw to Vinny P all fucked up. Vinny P gets hurt out for the season.
That one hurt, man.
It did hurt, and that's what I think it kind of started that like they had bad juju in their mind. You know, that's this
the infamous play.
Vinny P is out.
They don't have to be the best player sometimes, man. He's one of those players that I'm not going to say he was the glue to the team, but he is a big part of the team.
Well, here's the deal. He had 97 RBIs when he got hurt, and he protected Bobby Witt a little bit because it's like no one wants to pitch to Bobby Witt. But you can't walk Bobby Witt every time, and because you have Vinny P and Salvi coming up right after him.
And then
those two hitters gave Bobby opportunity. Like I have to throw to Bobby too.
That is a great take, Joe. And I just want to say you're not going to hear a take like that. Only here at the Astro Boys where you hear a in-depth take like that. That was actually good.
Yeah, so Vinny P was up there with names such as the Judge and you know he was ranked up there with his stats. So no, he wasn't the glue, but man, he was the Elmers.
I think he was like number 3 in RBIs when he went out.
Yes,
I mean he was his average wasn't great, but like he got hits when he needed.
It hurt. And not a lot of the players didn't want to admit it. Of course, you can't admit it.
Yeah, you don't.
Coach Q is not going to admit it. You know, of course not. That's not what we do. But it still sucked. Everybody knows it.
Yeah. Is he one of the likable players? That's the question. Like amongst the team, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I think sometimes plays a big role, man. When
is he one of those leaders? No, I don't know. Really.
Well, you know, he's all he's pretty cool with the Sasquatch comparisons.
Yeah.
And do you know that Tony, the Sasquatch?
The Pasquatch? The Sasquatch. Yes.
Whenever he gets a hit, the Sasquatch walks out.
Walking out, looking out. He's always looking around like.
Well, I can see some players would be like, "Hey, man, cut that shit out."
Right.
Cut that shit out.
He embraces it, though.
Yes,
he embraces it
because they call him Pasquatch. And he actually, have you seen his medallion?
Yeah,
it's a fucking Sasquatch.
Well, if he's smart, he probably found a way to make a little bit extra change on the side.
Marketing. You have to market your name, right? And that was something. Absolutely.
That's what Mahomes is all about, by the way.
But we still got Bobby Baseball. We still got the captain. And we're still, you know, unless this is how I heard it on the local station.
Get a sheet of paper,
unless we actually just implode, like historically, Royals implode. we will still make the
Don't speak of it.
the postseason.
Right. I mean, I think you never want to say you're a lock, but I think we're
No, we're
man,
still
we're
alive,
looking we should play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which, man, after losing 106 games last year, it's like
That's what I'm talking about. What were we talking about last year? Remember how frustrated I was that we were done in May? How stupid
was it
that?
May or
It was
sure,
May.
Was you sure it's not April?
I was fucking livid that it was fucking May.
It was
we
like
went
the
through
first
April.
month.
Yes, we went through April. We went through April, and by May we were done because we still had, it was April. We had to play,
Well,
and then we were done by May.
We kept on saying like, oh, we're still talking about baseball. Like, oh, we're still, we're in the playoff hunt. We're doing this, and it's June, July, August. Now we're in September.
We're in September.
I think we're like 20 games out. We're playing some playoff baseball this year.
We're playing some ball. Them boys are playing some ball.
Them boys are playing some ball. That's Bobby Witt for you.
All right. Okay.
Bobby.
Well, there you go. Not much on the Royals since they were on that losing streak, and then we talked about the Chiefs. We're ready for real quicks.
Let's do some real
I think we're in the real quick part of the show.
We're ready for the real quick mood.
We are.
Let me get into real.
Can't
quick
wait to
mood.
hear your real quicks.
Okay. We'll
I
stop.
know you said you didn't have any.
I had to look them up. That's not it. All right, everybody. This is everybody's favorite segment of our Extra Boys. It's called Real Quick. This is when you want to give your quick little insight of what just occurred this past week. And I have one, and it's going to start out with Patrick Mahomes passes Lenny Dawson on the most yardage just yesterday at the home opener. Congratulations, Mahomes. I know you're listening. Next.
Real quick. Caitlin Clark just broke a record recently, but I forgot my notes, so I don't know what that is.
I think she has the most assists.
Another one?
There you go. Something to do with triple doubles.
Well,
maybe.
she got 2 triple doubles this year, so I think that's the only rookie that's ever done that.
Well,
I think she got the assists, the most assists in the WNBA.
Yep, I probably should have brought my notes.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Real quick, after Xavier Worthy's first touchdown, Patrick Mahomes goes and gets the ball from the ball boy, ensuring that he has his first touchdown ball.
But did he get the right ball?
Yes.
Oh, good. I hope so. How do you forget that shit, Xavier? That's your first.
I mean, he's probably excited, it's on the moment.
But you gotta know. Real quick. Famous, international, worldwide soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo gets his 900th goal.
Did you steal that from T.I.?
Real quick.
From Portuguese.
The only one I remember.
Portuguese to Portugal. Congratulations, Cristiano Ronaldo, the ugliest person in the whole wide world.
Real quick, in fairness to Walt, I did tell him he could use that one.
That was the real quick.
That was.
Bill?
I don't have one.
Real quick. Actually, let me look this.
Oh yeah, I have one more after this. 2 more after this, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Isaiah Likely fucking blows his fucking lid. Listen to what he says.
He told him "fuck you" or something. I heard that.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, this real quick.
So this is Isaiah Likely walking out of the Chiefs game after the game.
Class act. Was that Likely? He looked like that kind of guy that would talk to a woman like that. Fuck Likely.
That's very likely.
Terrible. Terrible.
That's very likely. That's likely.
Hey-o.
Stay classy, Baltimore.
Real quick, did you all hear about the WNBA drama between, well, not really between Cheryl Swoops and Caitlin Clark, but Cheryl Swoops herself?
Was she talking shit? She mad?
So she's been dropping a little bit of hate here and there on Caitlin Clark. She went as far as to say that Caitlin Clark isn't even the most valuable person on her team. She actually named a person on the team that averages 3.5 points a game.
Great.
Well, here's the thing with Caitlin Clark. She has brought the most the most stuff. What is it? The most everything, all the
Yes.
advertising and everything in.
Ingredients for a burrito,
Yes, she's brought it all, and other people are mad because they feel like they brought some of it too. But
like a veggie
that,
burrito.
that Caitlin's getting all the credit.
And that's what it is. Because Cheryl Swoops, if you guys remember, like back in the day,
She was the main person.
she
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
main person. And I think that now that Caitlin Clark is now that she's here, everyone's forgetting about Cheryl Swoops. That's
Well,
and now to make herself relevant, she's throwing
Well,
the shade
now,
at
Real
her.
quick,
Caitlin Clark is bringing money to these
Yes.
women. And Swoops did not get that payday, and that's what she's mad about.
yeah, this is real quick, but we've constantly talked about how Caitlin Clark actually changed the game for the better for the girls or for the girls, I shouldn't call them girls, for the women of the sport.
Dude, don't
And-
worry, they won't be that offended, bro.
Oh, there's only like 5 people watching.
Yeah, really, it worked. I called them girls.
Sorry,
Oh my god.
Anissa. Sorry,
Oh my
Anissa,
God.
and your 5 girls.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Women, we're
I
sorry.
got
Oh, you better call 'em ladies.
Ladies. Real quick. Alex Morgan, one of my favorite soccer players, has retired.
Never heard of the
My
guy.
very sexy,
it's a-
beautiful
it's a
Alex
lady.
Morgan. Oh my gosh.
Here,
T.I.
Tony, I never heard of the guy.
Never heard of the guy.
Oh.
Whoa, what a sexist.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah, she's a 2-time fucking champion, and she's a gold medalist, and yeah.
Excuse me.
So yeah,
I got a real
T.I.,
quick.
You
Yeah.
really need to
I
get
got
out
one more after Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah, we all watch women's soccer.
Adonis Campbell plays his first flag football game of the season next year.
Can't wait.
Tomorrow
You couldn't wait for that?
on Saturday, 2 p.m.
What?
Last year, my man had 18 touchdowns. We're going to try to break that record.
But wait until you see what he does 2 years from now.
Oh, man, you just wait.
Yeah, that was good shit. One more, real quick. Joe Hoopman wore Travis Kelce today to obviously support the Chiefs and Travis Kelce. I wore Bobby Witt and the Royals, and I'd like to know, what are you representing today, Casey Waltz?
The Royals?
No, what about the yellow shirt?
He's a rep
Royals.
than the average white guy.
All right, the average white guy works hard
Yeah.
to watch sports.
I bought a boat.
I bought
a boat.
Oh, you had the shoes, the boat shoes
I got
on
the
too?
boat shoes and the boat
Oh,
shorts.
man,
I bought a
dude.
boat.
No, I just seen that actually, and I was like, he came straight from work. He didn't have time to go home.
Well, he
It
didn't
was
work
a
today. He
casual
already,
day at
he
work.
already said that earlier.
I went to Gorozos.
Okay,
I went to Gorozos.
So
Actually,
remind
met
me that he said that.
Mr. Gorozzo himself. He was there today.
You
Who's
went to
that?
where?
Went to Gorozos.
Gorozos?
It's pronounced Gorozos. You Americans always
Man, so
butcher-
my yellow
butcher the
shirt,
Italian.
real quick, didn't hit like I thought it was gonna hit.
So did you go to the Grozos downtown?
yes, the
And that's
original
a
one.
place to go to.
That is the place to one.
Grozos. You know, I always tell people when they're in town, hey, hit some barbecue up, right?
Right.
But if you want
Go
Italian,
to the original one.
if you want Italian food, go to Grozos.
Yeah.
In
But if you
Columbus
want
Park,
good barbecue food, where do we go?
I would say Jack Stack. If I had to tell one people go one place, mine would be Jack Stack. What would yours be, Wiltz?
You know what? We yesterday for the cookout, whatever, we had Rosedale's. I actually love Rosedale's.
I would like, and I would like to tell people too that in from out of town, like hit some of these smaller
Yeah,
spots, like
Just what I tell people.
Big Q.
Yeah, if you wanna hit the
Rosedale,
main places,
Smoketown.
that's easy. If you want to hit the main places, that there's like 4 main places, that's easy. That's cool. But if you want to hit other
239?
real good ones that are competitive,
Why
but
not barbecue?
yeah. Let's hit those places. You know, like Slap. Well, there's Slaps
Slaps.
and Rosedale's and there's that Woodyard. I love Woodyard. You know,
But if people are in town and they're
Right.
this is probably the only time they're going to come to Kansas City. You have one.
then I would say,
place.
you know what, go to Arthur Bryant's or Q39.
Arthur Bryant's. What's Gates?
Gates.
Gates.
Those are your famous ones. Gates, Arthur Bryant's. Now there's Q39, and now there's Casey Joe's. I would tell them go to Casey Joe's. Go to the gas station. Don't go to the other crap.
If
I
you're
hope
going to
Scott ain't watching this episode.
if you're, but
Oh yeah, that's right. We have a friend that.
No. I mean, like, I get it. Smoketown is my favorite, right? I love Smoketown. But he doesn't. He's no Jack Stack. Sorry, buddy. No, but if I had to,
I can't edit this part out.
Jack Stack.
Do your own
Jack
potato
Stack.
salad
That's it. If you had your own potato salad, then
Yes,
it would
Scott.
change the whole
and live
game.
in Kansas City and run it.
Yes. Wow.
And that's where we're gonna leave off.
But check
Smoketown
out
is
their new website.
awesome.
If you need some cabinets, hit up my man David Davis.
Stanley Wood Products. By the way, last week Joe called them Stanley Wood projects. It was products.
Products.
Actually.
I mean, I'm sure they do projects too, right? Projects.
Are you talking about Freedom Rock?
Yeah, Freedom Rock.
Freedom Rock.
Freedom Rock. All right, there you have it. There was that episode of the Ad Astra Boys. I am the KC Waltz. Over here, Joe Hooters and the original TI. We want to give a shout out to everybody out there following us. We appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next time. Go Chiefs and go Royals. See you suckers later. Suckers!
But it does something we can't put those little extra